Hi, I'm Rob Gamaris, sommelier and wine card geek, and I'm going to show you how those two realms come together in something I've created called Vinum. It involves strategy, memory, and the skills normally associated with blind tasting wines, but in a card game that's both fun and educational and open to novices, wine aficionados, and even aspiring sommeliers. So, let's get into it to see how the game works.
There are two types of players or teams in Vinum. The first is the poor, who has a wine card. It's kept hidden from the other player, though it's shown here for the visual. This card contains information about that specific wine. The second player is the taster, who will have play cards in hand. These play cards are used to make guesses about the traits of the hidden wine card so as to try and figure out what it might be. The taster begins the round with 5 play cards. Each of these is played one at a time. There are multiple types of play cards, and each will allow the taster to ask about a different stat or trait of the hidden wine card. Some play cards have point values, and if you make a correct call with those cards, you'll add their points to your final score at the end of the turn. Using a deductive process of elimination, the taster plays each card until none are left in hand. Although the taster can technically do so before running out of cards, once none are left, the taster has to make a final conclusion, meaning a guess as to what the hidden wine card is. A correct final conclusion will earn points in addition to any successfully used play cards that turn. But what if you're new to wine specifics? Well, the game includes a handy reference sheet that lists all the information about every wine card in the game, which you can use if you're learning. As you become familiar with the wine cards, you'll need the reference sheet less and less, and serious wine geeks can simply play without it.
And that's the game. Great for people who are just learning about wine, who want to broaden their horizons, even for aspiring sommeliers who want to hone in their blind tasting. The game will be able to cover all experience levels, and it's going to be darn fun while you're doing it. So, what are the questions you might have? Well, for casual game players, if you don't know a lot about wine, the reference sheet in the game is going to help you learn. It's going to broaden your knowledge of wines, and before you know it, you're not even going to need that reference sheet anymore. For aspiring sommeliers, you're going to be surprised at how well the game hones the traits and skills that you use when you're blind tasting real wines, and it's going to help you retain memories of how classic wines and wine styles are supposed to be and the traits that they should show. And that's Vinum. For game lovers, you're going to love the social fun. For wine lovers, you're going to discover new wines. For wine students, you're going to realize that the wine cards have been carefully built to show the characteristics and traits that the classic styles should have, and it'll help you with your future studying and future tasting. So, on that note, here's to good playing and good drinking. Cheers.